Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to look at, in particular, Oakland versus Kentucky and how Oakland was able to knock off Kentucky. And the story is pretty simple, but I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into what I think should happen as a result of this. Let's go. So the reason why Oakland won is pretty simple. They shot lights out from three. They hit 15 for 31, which is very, very good numbers, and frankly better than any team is going to face throughout the season. Like, that's better than any average is going to be. Goalke in particular went off, but in general, all of them shot really well. It wasn't just him. And not only this, these are very, very contested shots. So it's not like Kentucky was giving him open looks, but these are contested looks. Like, that is a tough shot, 100%. So, given that, how should Kentucky handle this? So there's been a lot of talk I've seen about how, Calipari needs to get fired. You got to replace him. Kentucky's better than this. You can't be losing in the first round, blah, blah, blah. And let's listen to what Calipari said on it real quick.
You know, what I hate is this team that really worked and did some good stuff. We didn't play great. They did. They made some unbelievable shots. We even went to a box and one. We foul him one time, he makes another one. But they shouldn't be in our team in the season defined by that game, but it will be. This is the profession we've chosen. And
so I believe 100% John Calipari is right on the money. Okay? This, I think, is an absolutely absurd claim to say that John Calipari should be gone or that Kentucky was a bad team or something like this. The reality is randomness happens in this life. It does. And this is two examples of this. One, Kentucky's had a lot of upsets. Are they always going to lose those games? No. It's not like John Calipari is destined to get upset. They've been in a position where they could get upset in the first place. Okay? There's a reason they've been successful and been the 1, 2, and 3, and 4 seeds in the past. It's because they are objectively good teams. So, should John Calipari get fired? No. Absolutely not. 2, what can they actually do, like, legitimately in this game as a coach? What can you do if, like, a team is going crazy for behind the arc? So, as we talked about, this randomness exists, but I really believe in the law of averages. So that means if you shoot far enough, Goalke's going to come back down to earth. He's not going to be shooting 50% throughout his career. He's not going to be shooting 50% for a 3-game period, but he might for 1-game period, as obviously he did. So, what I would honestly do is I would increase tempo by a significant amount. You have Kentucky, you are already athletic. I would tell the players in a timeout, we need to increase the tempo because he's eventually going to miss the shots. So let's get it to the point where he misses the shots instead of waiting for him to just shoot this crazy high percentage. 2, you got to make sure you don't overreact. It's a tendency, he's made a couple threes, the crowd's getting into it, everyone's excited. It's a potential for an upset. Like, going to be an overreaction where you jump out to a shooter aggressively. I don't think you do. I think you almost not encourage him to shoot, but you still allow him to shoot these difficult shots. You don't get upset with giving up that kind of look right there. These are contested threes. You are okay with them. The worst thing you can do is overreact and allow it so it affects other aspects of your defense, because they not only win by shooting the ball really well, but they win because it takes your defense out of sorts. Reed Sheppard makes a foul later on. It was unneeded. However, at a certain point, you just got to live with it. Okay, like there's not much else you can do other than having extremely contested 3-point shots. That's just the reality of things. But if you push it on tempo, you give yourself essentially a chance to increase the margin, and therefore he's going to come back down to earth. That would be my personal strategy as a coach. But in general, should Calipari get fired? The answer is no. The answer is just clean no.